Hey guys, so I'm about to go live. Um, Shadowlands. I'll call it Torghast Run. Alright, cool. So you're probably wondering what this is. This is my first ever official Twitch stream. So today I'm going to be running you through let me just see something really quick. Oh, okay, so good. Alright, so you guys can still see me, I think. Now where you see I am right now, this is a place called the Maw in the latest World of Warcraft expansion, Shadowlands. So I figured since this is my first Twitch stream, I want to try to do something simple, which is I want to run through this place called Torghast to collect a legendary item called Soul Ash. Now, Soul Ash is something that we use in this expansion set to create legendary items. So as you may notice, I have a few here in my inventory, like Crimson Rune, Vampiric Chestplate, and Gorfine's Domination. And I also have this here, which is like another legendary piece, but it has a higher item level. And the highest one right now for patch 9.0 would be 235 as far as I know. I mean, it could increase when patch 9.1 or 9.2 comes out or whatever, but I also have a theory that in the future we'll be able to wear maybe like 2 pieces of legendary gear, because a lot of people have been saying that. So I think it's safe to say that that's why I want to try to upgrade this belt piece that I have that's like 235, so I think that's pretty good if you ask me. Oh, and if you're wondering, this mount that I'm using, it's a really special type of mount that you can get from Torghast. But the nice thing about it is that it's account wide, and it allows you to use a mount in the Maw. Like if cause all your other mounts, like, they won't, you know, because they're not like associated with the Maw for whatever reason, they won't allow you to use any other mount in the Maw that you have. But you could use this one. There's also one other mount, but it's like a racial mount, so that means this is the only race that can do it, because I play as a Worgen Death Knight. So as you may notice, I could turn into, well, it's just the mount, like the character is the mount. So, because you know, like, they're like wolves, like, or werewolves, and you know, they run fast, so like running wild, so that's what they call it. But basically, you know, Worgens, if you don't have the mount, you know, then I recommend playing as a Worgen if you can, of like any class that you like, depending on you know, if the class can be played by a Worgen. But if not, just play as like any class like that you like, because at the end of the day, I think all the classes are pretty awesome. Like, personally, I really like Death Knights a lot, because I've been playing as Death Knights back since, well, I've been playing as a Death Knight since, like, I want to say 08, 09 maybe, yeah, 2008 or 2009. But yeah, I started to do like tanking and all that. It's really nice. I also really like paladins because that was actually one of the first classes I ever picked up on playing and stuff, so that was really cool. And oh yeah, here's the portal to Torghast. You see that like little tower in the well, it's not little, it's massive, but you get the point. So we go through here. Now you're probably wondering what this chamber is, so before I get to running through Torghast, I'm going to show you you know what this is. So yeah, you'll notice this guy, his name's the Rune Carver. He yeah, he's like, have you recovered any more of my memories? The more you find, the more both of us shall benefit. And basically the memories are like legendary empowerments for your gear. So like, say like if you have you know, like a certain type of like, I can't like create this right now, this legendary item, but you see you get different legendary powers and also for different specializations. So like this one's for Frost, this one's for Unholy, but this one is for my specialization, so because you know I'm a Blood DK. So eventually I might get these if and when I can, but for now, like, this is the only one I really have access to because I'm not appreciated. I don't have appreciative reputation with Venari yet, who is like she's kind of like mysterious being that knows a lot about them all. Hold on a sec. I just need to tell my friend that I'm streaming right now. Sorry guys. Hey, I'm streaming right now. Can I get back to you soon? This is my first stream. Alright. So, another thing is, when you first buy like a piece of legendary gear off of the auction house, it's not going to be in legendary quality. That's because you didn't empower the gear by the Rune Carver. Like, you have to create it to make it like become a legendary. So I should mention that another thing that you get out of this is you could choose these different missives that you can buy off of the auction house, and that'll help you basically you know, have more of these stats. So you get plus 55 of either from these missives, like so yeah, like I have 2 missives now that I could do, but I don't have enough soul ash. So, and every week on Tuesday everything resets, so that's why I figured today on Sunday I might as well get Torghast layer 8 done. But now you see, if I could create it, it becomes a legendary belt called Echo of Aeonar, and it has like all this stuff here like as its legendary power to help you like when it comes to like raiding or whatever it is. But yeah. Now there's one other thing that I want to teach you guys about. So as you may notice, there's a thing called upgrade my legendary items. So you noticed how I had that 235 armor. So yeah, that's basically like how should I say it? It's 235, but the thing that's nice about like if you purchase these off of the auction house, like something with an upgraded item level, like say like if I had like a 190 legendary belt, like right now I have these in 190, but if I purchase a 235 version, what I do is I go to upgrade my legendary item, and like this chest piece, vampiric chest plate for example, I just would need another like chess piece, the 235 version, and I'd put it where my mouse is, and then it would automatically upgrade this. But also, the nice thing about it is that it costs less soul ash. So you know, like I think that's because it's like an upgrade. Unfortunately, I didn't get the 190 belt, so it might take a little while longer. It might take like a week or two, maybe 3, to get the 235 piece, but it'll be worth it in the long run, because then I'll have 2 pieces that I could use, because you know, right now we can only use about you know, just 1 legendary piece of armor, but once we get 2, we'll be able to you know, have, you know, it'll help us more when it comes to raids and stuff. Okay, so now this is the interior of Torghast. As you may notice, we have 3 different areas open. Now, I just want to get to this one really quickly, tell you what it is. So it's called Twisting Corridors. And there's approximately 144 floors here. Now, the thing is, there's about like 18 floors per layer, so that means basically for there's 8 layers, so 8 layers times 18 is 144, so that means that it may feel endless for a while, but the rewards that you get are totally worth it. I mean, the reward that I got for running Torghast was let me see here. Yeah, so Torghast, it's like, oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Exploration, Shadowlands, no. What is it under? Oh wait, I know what it is. Hold on. Expansion features, okay. So, you see, like, so for every, like, 2 layers that you complete, like 2, 4, 6, 8, you get a different reward. So, basically, once you get to layer 2, I think you get, like, a battle pet. Then when you get to layer 4, I think it's like you get this toy that turns you into one of the Maw Sworn of the Maw. Like, it's kind of like, well, actually, let me see if I could find it. Let's see here. Yeah, because I have a lot of toys in my toy box, but I believe it's one of these here. So let's just take a look. Oh, Helm of the Dominated. So basically that's the toy you get for doing layer 4. Transforms you into like one of these Maw Sworn people or whatever. So you see, like, I'm like running around. Yeah, it's just like a little fun thing. So, like, you know, if you wanted to take like a screenshot of you running on your corridor creeper, you could do that. So the reward you get for layer 6, that's a title. It's called let's see, I think it's called oh yeah, it's called Spire Stalker. So you see, like, my mouse is hovered over it, and then I'm trying to remember, I think in my pet journal, maybe if I type in the Maw, or let's see, I probably put in under my favorites, so it's only level 1. Oh yeah, I see. So this is the battle pet you get. It's called a Death Seeker. That's from layer 2. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, you could level it up if you want. Mine's only level 1 right now. And then I have, yeah, the corridor creeper. And trust me, like, I know it may seem like forever when you run through these because it's supposed to have that feeling of like unlimited floors, but there is a stop point. And the only sad thing about twisting corridors is that it never resets every week, so like once it's done, it's just done, you know. But you know, I hope maybe in a future patch they'll update it so you could actually do like infinite runs or something if you really want, you know. I mean, I don't really know. Maybe even better yet, give you Soul Ash. But yeah, for layer 8, you know, you get rewarded the corridor creeper mount. So it's definitely something very important to pick up on if you don't have it already, for use in the maw, like if you need a way of getting around easier. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking mount, I gotta say. I like those like shadowy, that shadowy body it has. Like it's kind of like a skeleton almost, you know. It's pretty cool to look at, I would say. It actually fits the aesthetic well of the area, I would say. So yeah, you could even you know, take your character off the mount to see what it looks like without your character on it. So yeah, it's really a nice mount. It's really cool when you move it around because it like has that metally like sound effect, you know. It's really just, it's awesome. Anyway, so we're going to Mortigar and Skuldus Holes. So let me just pull up Torghast and see if I can find any groups. Maybe this person will let me tank. I'll just say, hey, I can tank if you like. Alright, so we're gonna go into Mortigar. After that, we'll do Skuldus Hole. So I'm in a group with these people. Yeah, so they're just, it's a pickup group, or a pug for short. And let me see here. Yeah, so yeah, they're queuing up. I do recommend, like if you're gonna do layer 8, definitely you know, if you're a tank, queue up with other people, because I've tried doing it like alone, honestly, but I wasn't able to pull off enough damage in time, and I was getting hit too hard by some of the mobs without like a healer. But that's not to say, like, I think it might be possible to maybe solo Torghast as a tank at a certain like item level, possibly, but it may take a while. It also just depends on like maybe talents and the different abilities that you pick up from the anima powers that are in these holes. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Now you'll see I'm currently killing these guys. Now, another word of advice is when you're running Torghast, for the most benefits, it's probably a good idea to go look everywhere, like on each floor. So since this is normal, like Torghast run, like basically you only have to go up 6 different floors. The 3rd floor is like a quick little break, and then you get like the 6th floor, which is like the final boss, and you get Soul Ash, and sometimes you get cool rewards. So yeah, like I'm with this random group. I'm sure they'll do fine. You know, I'm just gonna like pull a decent amount and go from there. And yeah, So you saw that that soul remnant thing. Basically, it's always good to pick up soul remnants because this is what it says here: strength, agility, and intellect are increased by 1%. So I always try to go for that because that way I'm doing the most damage and stuff like that. You know, I could get pretty far that way. So yeah, so I'm going to just pretty much be running around here for a while. Well, not too long, but you know. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say as of right now, but if I have anything to mention, I will. So for now, if you guys just want to watch me run through here, that's fine. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah. Oh yeah, a little tip: when these elite mobs are up, you always want to be careful with them because the thing is, they're the most important to get down first because they have this unnatural power thing, and you see it does damage done increased by 60%, movement speed increased by 60% because it's at 6 stacks, now it's at 7, so it's 70% for both, but you get the point. Yeah, so when you're with like a dungeon group, it would probably be good to maybe like put like a skull on one and a cross on another, so that way you know to get the one down with the skull first, and then so that way like the DPS focus their damage on one and then they go to the other one, sort of. So yeah, it's good. There we go. So, I'm probably gonna go back down because there's more stuff to kill. Well, the Phantasma, it's important to pick that stuff up because the more you get, the more like chances you get at buying like anima abilities and things that are like really helpful in this case. So let me see, Gorfing's Grasp, yeah, that's a good spell to have because basically it allows you to, like as a Death Knight, it allows you to pull in a bunch of like different enemies and stuff like that, so totally recommend it. Yeah, let's just see here, I should probably pull this guy in. Okay. Alright. So there we go, that's done. Actually I should see what's going on in the chat. See if anyone said anything. Nope. Okay. So I'm gonna go this way now. Oh, I gotta tell them where I'm going. Oh, it'll help us. That's all I'm gonna say, cause I mean, I know he may say like we don't yeah, he may say that we don't need it, that druid, but in truth, it doesn't hurt because if you notice, it'll be more beneficial to all of us in the long run. Oh crap, this guy is hitting quite hard. Maybe he'll drop like an anima power cell. So yeah, sometimes people like in Torghast, like, don't worry about it. Like, some people get a little bit impatient with Torghast, maybe. I'm not saying all people do, because that was the only person that said we didn't need this, but quite frankly, there's a soul remnant here, there's, you know, all this stuff is really gonna help us. I'll just say, soul remnants help us, and Phantasma gives us more anima powers. Rejuvenate. It helps. It's not just so, because it helps it increases our success chances as we get to the last floor. Some bosses are harder than others. I guess we might, I'll just say we might as well for and then might as well. Yeah, cause honestly, like, you know, it's their loss. I wanna Guildy's messaging. Huh? Yeah, hopefully we'll still be okay. I still think it's a little bit rude that someone would leave, you know, not even really caring about, like, how you have benefits, but I'll just ask on. Will we be okay without the healer? That's all I'm gonna say. I think it would be messed up if I think it's messed up that the healer left. Oh god, I didn't even mean to pull all this stuff. No matter. I gotta, oh god, I'm getting hit pretty hard, like a truck. Hopefully I can stay up long enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only downside when a healer leaves. And you see now, worse. Yeah, you see what I mean? That's why it was messed up that healer left, because if we lose all our lives, then we basically lose this run. That's the thing that makes a lot of people upset when it comes to Torghast. I'm just gonna ask these guys if, do you guys wanna just let me people instead? Do So you guys want to just get new people instead, that's all I want to say, because obviously, I'm just going to say obviously that druid did not understand my logic. Yeah. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that aren't nice on WoW. I mean, there are a lot of nice people too, but some people just, I don't know. But I wouldn't take it personally, you know. I mean, I'm a pretty casual player, so, you know, of course, if anyone wants to add me, I'm WolfDude, hashtag 11741. I guess I might as well find a new group. It's alright. Alright. So this person needs a tank, okay. Let's say tank, please. It's the same place, by the way. We're not gonna go to Scoldus Holes until a little later. But yeah, if I get one more complaint, I'm probably just gonna go along with it, because honestly, I was kind of hoping that I could get that run done in just this Twitch stream, but I don't want to like make the Twitch stream longer than it needs to be, so since it's my first one, so with that being said, let's just relax and not worry, because all will be good. And if these guys don't complain, then good. I mean, at least not one of them. Yeah, so if you get an anima cell and it doesn't give you a choice, I'd still recommend picking it up if it's something that'll help you, but if it's something that has like a really negative effect, then I probably wouldn't do it, if you know what I mean. It just depends on the obvious situation. So yeah, another cool thing about Torghast is it maps out the areas. So you'll notice like I'm actually just heading back down here because they have like stuff down here. They got like a nice little, oh, I got stunned by something. Sorry. So let's see here. I think I'm just gonna do Death Turf because that'll increase haste, and haste is actually really good. They use that, like they use heroism in raiding, or something like that, or time warp to kind of increase haste, and it helps all the players do more damage to the bosses faster, and it's really just a great thing to have, so just something to keep in mind. So yeah, when I use Death and Decay and I'm standing in it, it'll increase my haste by 10%. If I got another one of that anima power, it would probably be increased to 20%. So that's another interesting factor, is if you get double the amount of anima power or triple the amount, it'll increase by the amount more that you get. So let's see. Oh, good thing these guys aren't elites. At some point I'm thinking about maybe doing a stream where I'm leveling characters, but yeah, because I have a couple of characters in Shadowlands I gotta level, so basically my, let's just say my alternative tunes are alts for short. That's what a lot of people call them, or you could just call them tunes, you know. That's why it's a funny story actually, because some people say like, oh, I'm gonna hop on my other tune And you know, one of my characters is named Toontown. He's a rogue. And the thing that's funny about it is the fact that I didn't know that alts are also considered tunes, and it's funny because I used to play a game called Toontown. So back when, well, this was probably like many years ago. Back when I first started playing this game, you know, I named a character Toontown because I don't know, because I like that game and stuff. But now I kind of have a reason to actually have a character called Toontown, because I have like over 44 tunes, and all of them, like most of them are like level 50 right now, but I have like, I think I have like 5 level 60 tunes right now out of that 44 characters. But I also have let's see, I have like 5 level 51 characters that I have to get up to. Or wait, I think I miscalculated that. Actually, it's 4 level 51 characters that I have to get to 60, and then 1 level 55 character to get to 60, and then you know, I'll have at least 10 out of 12 of the classes of WoW at max level, and then I'll probably do another 5 at some point in the future, being my rogue and warlock. I actually have multiple characters of the same classes as well, because of different specializations and racial abilities. I think it's really interesting, so I might level those characters at some point too. I have about like 27 characters on this server. That's the only server I'm going to be leveling my characters on for now. And then I'm going to go on to my other server probably, and then I'll probably level my 12 other characters to 60. Yeah, it's they used to be level 120, a lot of them, but some of them I also leveled from level 1 to 50, or just to, like, you know, unlock their heritage armor sets. So it's pretty cool, because when you get heritage armor sets, they're like account wide, so they come to be like account bound. So that means like any character that you make with a certain race, you can use that appearance for their transmog. Like, because I have a bunch of different transmogs, as you'll see. Like I have you know, this, which is really cool. I really like the Kyrian set. Personally though, I put the wings on my Kyrian Death Knight because I don't know, it stood out to me a little bit more. Like, I like how like they kind of like wave around when you turn the character and move around. And the mace looks really cool because it matches like the armor set. Oh yeah, so here is a rare. So whenever you're fighting like a rare, you'll see like a silver dragon outlined around the portrait of the enemy. So and they drop like really powerful animas sometimes, anima powers or whatever. Yeah, getting back to what I was saying though, there's the Path of Ascension, or wait, why am I saying that? Oh, I was reading that. Okay. So there's different types of like, you know, I'm in the Kyrian. Let's see, I'm just gonna do the mastery increase because I don't want to get any debuffs really. So yeah, you know, this set was from the campaign, but since like the campaign concluded for all the covenants, I have like all the armor pieces. Now there's a thing called the Path of Ascension where you can get different armor pieces as well. So that's really cool. Personally, I like the dark gray blackish one here, because kind of stood out to me a little bit with like the you know, the light blue anima like coming out of the shoulders and the headpiece. So I think it's a really nice looking set, if you ask me. Yeah, so this one is probably my favorite. I also really like this one because of the colors. They just flow really well. And this one's really nice too, like the white one. Kind of like, you know, because like when you think of angels, you think of white. And Carrion are basically based off of angels, so you know it's basically I think I could see why they would be doing that. Yeah, so and then we got like this cool set. I purchased it off of the Blizzard store. I decided to let my Demon Hunter character use this set because I thought it suited my Demon Hunter. I mean, it kind of looks cool on this character, but kind of like cartoony / goofy, and I don't really want to give off those vibes on this character, you know, because it's not that kind of character, you know. Then we got this, which is like a cool PvP set that I got back in you know, Battle for Azeroth. Right now we're up to the 8th expansion. You know, Shadowlands. And yes, I do have a theory that there's probably most likely gonna be a 9th World of Warcraft expansion set, because from what I've heard is that in the Shadowlands, time moves a lot faster than on Azeroth. So that means that when we return to Azeroth, there's a very high chance that it'll not be like the same Azeroth we've been to before. It might be like a Cataclysm 2.0, or it might be just another world in its entirety, you know? I mean, it's probably still the Azeroth that we know, but it's not like, you know, the same thing, you know? There's probably gonna be a lot of changes to Azeroth, and maybe they'll even add a new continent or something if we're lucky, you know? I'm really hoping for that. Oh yeah, so for this, like, yeah, the best thing to get is the Soul Remnants, if you had to choose between those, by the way, so. Sorry. Yeah, this you get from like the collector's edition of Shadowlands, or I mean technically well, I brought it like the digital version just because it's more convenient, and I don't really have a disk drive anymore, so I can't really get like the physical copy of the expansions right now because I don't have a disk drive to download to download it. That's why I got the digital one. So it's a really nice set. That's the one that I use on my Paladin, and I use like a really cool transmog called Scythe of the Unmaker, which you get off of I believe you get it off of Argus the Unmaker from Argus the Unmaker from I'm sorry, I'm like a little bit slow today. Argus the Unmaker from Taurus the Burning Throne. He's like the final boss. I'm sure you WoW players know about it, like the I mean, I'm sure, yeah. Let me see here. So if you go to raids, now it's not gonna show up in the loot journal. However, it will, because it's like a secret item, so that's why it doesn't show up here, but it has a chance of dropping. Like if you play as like a paladin or a death knight or any of those classes. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Okay, so now I just want to show you, yeah, so this you get from this like chromey thing. I did it, it was a lot of fun. It's kind of like an orange, reddish, brownish color variant for like a set from like Cataclysm. You get it like in Legion, this set. And then this is like the Death Knight Legion order hole thing from the class holes in Legion. This was a really cool set too. Siege of Orgrimmar. Personally, I like the Mythic one the best. I mean, I think this one's really nice too, like the normal. Yeah, the normal and the Mythic set color variants look the nicest to me. Oh, let's see. Yeah, this person was like, don't be afraid to pull sometime. Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna pull. Yeah, these sets aren't complete, but I do really like the normal and the heroic set. Yeah, I thought this set was okay. Not really my favorite Death Knight set, but certainly a cool one. Like I really like the shoulders a lot. They stood out to me a little. The Firelands set I love. Like, it's probably one of the coolest Death Knight sets I've seen, because the headpiece, it just looks very abstract, and the shoulders, like the design is just really cool looking. Yeah, I also really liked this set a lot. Kind of feels very Death Knight-ish, like the shoulders and the headpiece, they look really cool. I don't know what it is, like, I mean, of course, like, I like the whole set, but usually the things that draw me the most about, like, a tier set is probably, like, the head and shoulder piece. I don't know why, but I guess it's just because, like, you know, like, the way they, have, like, those 3D assets, and they look really, just, really neat, you know? Yeah, so this is a cool set. This is, the heritage set for Worgen. This set I really like a lot. I actually used it on my Unholy Death Knight, who's a Pandaren. So yeah, all these are really cool. I personally think I like the heroic version though. And the Mythic one is alright, but I don't really dig the colors as much, but I do like the special effects on it. This one's really cool, the Mythic version of Ajara's Eternal Palace. That's a really awesome set. Yeah, the Mythic is my favorite one, hands down. Also, same with Battle of Dazar'alor. Because you notice like how like on the normal sets you just get like, you don't really have like any really cool effects, but then you see like how like it's like looks like a big upgrade just from like the regular set alone. That's pretty much explains why. I also love the Mythic set. Like this, alright, I'm just gonna say this is probably my #1 favorite Death Knight set, just because it looks really badass. It's really cool looking. So let's see, normal, heroic, Mythic. Yeah, this hands down. I mean, I like the heroic colors, but honestly, like all these sets, like you see like how there's much more to look at on this version, the Mythic one, like with the spikes coming out of it, and like the horns on it, like on the shoulders and on the headpiece. it's like what a real Death Knight looks like, you know. This one's really cool. You get it from the Trial of Valor. So yeah, I thought all the colors from Trial of Valor are pretty cool. I still have yet to unlock the mythic version though. So yeah, basically there's that. This set is really cool too. Very Death Knight-ish. This one's a cool PvP set. Yeah, this one I actually like a lot too. From Warlords of Draenor's Hellfire Citadel raid. This one right here, this is actually one of my personal favorites, like probably next to this one. Like I really like this one a lot, and I really like this one a lot because it just looks badass. Like, I mean, look at those shoulders with all the teeth, and plus they open up and the headpiece just looks really cool. So it's really nice. I would also say, yeah, I'd say this set is pretty nice too. I mean, I think it's like a really cool Death Knight set. I like the blue version a lot. I kind of like the red one too, but whenever I see the red one, I just think of Christmas. So it's like I'd probably be using that one for the holidays. Nah, I'm only kidding, but you know, you get the point. It's just like, but I like the set. I mean, and I like Christmas. It's a good holiday. Yeah, I like all holidays. They're all cool. Yeah, this set is nice. It's from Max Ramus. Let's see here. Yes, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Oh, keep in mind when you're in Torghast, sometimes when you're in Mordegar, there's going to be like these chains. You got to be very careful how you climb them, because if you climb on them a certain way, you might fall. Like that actually happened to me, and it wasn't pretty, you know. Yeah, but basically the only reason why I'm climbing them is to pick up those soul remnants, because, you know, they really help out a lot. I'm gonna catch up with them soon. Yeah, don't want to keep them waiting, but that's alright. Yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go with this one, and this one. We didn't really lose any lives, so I'm not really too worried about that. Become able to see which, nah. I don't really care about which ones, because I'm just gonna pull everything, so. When you attack, okay. You don't have a very hard chance to, okay. Alright, so I do want to increase that. Alright, so yeah, we're making good progress with these people, so that's good to see. Yeah, I'm actually very good at multitasking, as you may have noticed. That's why I had different windows open, because, you know, I thought it would be nice to have a little something else to talk about too, just because I did hear a theory that in patch 9.1, not only are we probably going to be going to like the realm of like where the brokers are. When I say the brokers, I'm referring to like Venari or like any of those, because I watched like some YouTube videos, like I don't know if it was Signs of Kalani or if it was Mr. Murgle or one of those guys, but you should totally check them out. I think one of those like YouTubers said something about how like we'd be visiting the realm of like where these kind of people come from. Yeah, they're very interesting, and they have like different cartels. That's why like this guy is called, I mean, it's a girl actually, her name's Zymox. So yeah, she yeah, her name's Zymox, and then like in this dungeon, yeah, wait, it's called The Other Side. We got dealer Zyxa. So you see, like there was Zymox, Zyxa. You see, like maybe they come from the same cartel or something because they're both Zy. Just like Venari is Venari, so Ven-Ari. Because if you notice here, or wait, no, it's under the reputation thing. Expansion features, no, collections, reputation, Venari, yeah, trading partners. You see, that's what I was talking about earlier when I said becoming appreciated. You'll get like this achievement here, and you see Venari. So I think that maybe Zymox and Zyxa are connected somehow. I don't know in what way, but depending on what happens in 9.1, I think it's safe to say we might be going to the realm of the brokers. And it's also possible we might be going to the same realm that King Varianrin is, so it might be possible to get him back somehow, or maybe it might be like a conclusion to like, you know, how Anduin and Varianrin converse with one another, because remember, Varianrin is still locked up. I mean, not Varianrin, I mean Anduin, Varian's son. Let me, yeah, just fix what I just said there. So basically, you know, we were able to save Thrall, Jaina Proudmoore, and even Bane Bloodhoof, but unfortunately, it seems that we may have an unlikely ally in patch 9.1, but we'll probably only be finding out until this February what's going to be in patch 9.1, which I'm really excited about. But I'm so nervous for Anduin because, like, he's, you know, he's the king of Stormwind now, you know. I mean, they're gonna probably, Sylvanas is probably gonna turn Anduin into the Lich King, or turn him into like some sort of like Lich King and bend Anduin's mind to her own will if he doesn't give in. So I'm really hoping that if that happens, we could somehow, in turn, if there's going to be like a new raid or something, we'll help Anduin snap out of it and ultimately help him become the king he's meant to be, instead of you know, getting taken away from us, you know, forever, because that would be really sad considering he's such a young king and he's new to the job of being a king since his father Varianrin passed on in Legion because of that that guy, you know, Gul'dan actually, I mean, and Gul'dan is not a nice person, let me tell you. Like, I was so upset when Gul'dan killed Varian, because Varian was somebody that was a true warrior. He fought to the end, in all honesty. And I think, I don't know for sure, but I kind of have a feeling like Anduin might be like a paladin slash priest, or maybe like a priest slash warrior combo, because, you know, he does use the light to like protect those he cares about, so, you know, it kind of makes sense. Like, he has a lot of like compassion for others, and he wants to make peace with others. If you watch like the cinematics of like when you save Jaina and all those people from Torghast, you'll see like some of the different things that happen and why whatchamacallit, and what Sylvanas' plan is, because basically what happened is Anduin's sword, Charlemagne or whatever you call it, has been corrupted into like a rune blade or something like that, you know. So basically, it seems to me that they're trying to turn Anduin into like a weapon of some sort, because they want to use Anduin for his power. But in all honesty, like, if Anduin Rin is gonna be corrupted, and if he's gonna be in a new raid, instead of killing him, I hope that we could actually, like, save him somehow. Like maybe like if he does die, like, he could come back to life somehow afterwards, but he could be, like, renewed, or like redeemed is a better way of putting it. So yeah, I think there's a lot of possibilities, but I know that Anduin doesn't want to give in. I know he wants to fight this darkness that he must face, and I hope in patch 9.1 we save him for sure, you know. Yeah, I think if you know, Anduin sees his father in patch 9.1, like, as a ghost or something, or in the afterlife world where his father is from, you know, then maybe there might be some sort of, like, closure there in terms of, like, what his father might say to him as a word of advice moving forward. And yeah, so oh, another thing I forgot to mention, you know, I did like how Legion, like, that expansion, the way it came to an end, like, I liked how it kind of, like, had, like, made sense to me. But then, you know, I liked the idea of, like, fighting the old gods in whatchamacallit, like, you know, the old gods in patch, I think patch 8.3 it was, yeah, when we killed Denzoth. You know, I thought it was an interesting concept, and I know it was the final patch, but, like, the whole point was saving Azeroth, right, and making sure that she would not die. And yet they end that expansion, but they don't find a way to take that sword that's inside of the planet. Now, the world's soul, Azeroth, you know, besides the planet, you know, Argus, as you may know, the final boss of Venturus, the Burning Throne, he was like the world's soul, basically, like the embodiment of the world's soul, or like the being, or the character, you know, like the person. You know, and we basically fought him on Argus, which is this planet here, because he was basically the world soul of Argus. But after we killed him, Sargeras, he's like a titan, and basically what he did was something very terrible. He stabbed his massive sword into a place called Silithus, which is literally located right here on the map next to Anchorage, the Fallen Kingdom. Now, you see, like, this is where the sword landed, where Sargeras hit Azeroth. Thankfully, he didn't destroy the planet, because if Sargeras was still, like, you know, if Sargeras wasn't put into that prison with Illidan, then he probably would have destroyed Azeroth as we speak, you know, and thank God he didn't. But now, you know, like Argus, the Unmaker, that's a world soul, we need to find out if, you know, because they didn't take out the sword at the end of Battle for Azeroth, so it does bring me theories that a lot will change. Not only that, but I wonder, like, if when we return, like, if Azeroth is gonna be like a shattered planet, or something like really bizarre is gonna happen to Azeroth, and the only way we can get Azeroth back to normal is by some sort of time travel, or some sort of conclusion to put the pieces back together or something, you know. Because I have a theory that maybe the world soul of Azeroth, like Azeroth herself, she might wake up inside of the planet, and maybe she might somehow try to take the sword out of like the planetary system itself, and then they might find like maybe like druids or something to heal the wounds that Sargeras caused ultimately, because I think a lot of people don't know like about just how bad it was, like what Sargeras did. Like he could have killed a lot of people and a lot of innocent lives if it wasn't for the heroes of Azeroth like us. So it's a relief to know that he was stopped. But I'm also hoping that besides the sword getting taken out of Azeroth by our world soul of Azeroth, you know, the person, I'm hoping that we may either discover the other side of Azeroth, or maybe like we might discover a bunch of like new zones transformed, or maybe like the zone names of Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms might change. You know, it's very likely that could happen too, like, and that could be like a whole like leveling experience. Yeah, so I think that might be interesting. I do have a theory that in the next expansion, we probably will get new like allied races from like some of the covenants from the Shadowlands, which I think would be awesome, because basically they have male and female character models for like at least 3 of the covenants, except for the Necrolords. As far as I know, I haven't seen any male or female character models yet, but it's possible they could base them off of like the undead, like the regular undead, like a variation type of the undead, I'm thinking, because it's Necrolords. But yeah, but basically I want to have high hopes that the Kyrian and the Sylvar, or the Sylvar of the Night Fae, you know, the Kyrian are like the angel people, you know, we'll be able to find out like that they become like, you know, 2 new allied races for the Alliance. And then you know, with the whatchamacallit, the Venthyr, or the vampire people of Revendreth, they'll become a race on the Horde, because I think it would make the most sense. And then you know, the Necrolords, or the variation of the Necrolords, like probably will also be another Horde race for like new allied races. Otherwise, if it's not the Necrolords, I have a theory that it could possibly be maybe even one of the new races that they introduce in the next patch, if they introduce any sort of new race. But they're also probably going to introduce like another 2 races for the new expansion, whatever that's going to be titled itself. So that's kind of interesting. Because, you know, like having 4 new races from Shadowlands being included in the next expansion, I do think they're going to include 2 more new ones for the new expansion, because that's what they did with Battle for Azeroth when they introduced the allied races from like when they introduced like the allied races of Legion, and then they had 2 new allied races being the Zandalari Trolls and the Dark Iron Dwarves for BFA, or Battle for Azeroth. So that's where I feel they'll probably introduce 6 new races, and then they'll probably introduce another race or 2 later on in that expansion, giving us another 8 brand new allied races. Or, you know, I'm not really sure if they're gonna totally show. By the way, we're at the last boss. by the way, so that means that's where we're gonna get the new soul ash. So it's good, it's important to get every week, I would say, if you can, because otherwise what'll happen is it'll you know, you won't really be caught up to date on that if you really want to get like another piece of legendary and, you know, be ready for that kind of thing. So yeah, that's my theory. I mean, I don't know how many more allied races Blizzard wants to have or stuff like that, but I know that's something that the player basis likes, is having new races to play as, so I think it would be a nice addition. And something about the Kyrian that I thought would be really cool actually would be is if they had like a racial ability that allows them to fly like with their wings. Like that would be like really awesome, just like how the Worgans have running wild. It would be really cool to see you know, the Kyrian, the angel people have like the ability to fly, you know. So I do have one more theory, that in the next expansion it's possible that we might get a new class. I'm not saying that we will, but there's a very good chance because you know, they say the Tinkerer or something might be like a new class that we get to play as, because sorry, the Tinkerer might be like a new class that we could all play as, because not only could it be like a new placement for like a male type class, because the thing is, we have like a lot of plate classes, we have a lot of cloth, and we have a lot of leather classes, but we only have two classes, shaman and hunters, that wear male armor. So to balance it out, you know, I'd like to think that they would add like the Tinkerer, or you know, if they decided to add like maybe even 2 or 3 more classes, that would be pretty interesting too, since they've never done that before for an expansion. But since a lot's changed, you know, that would be, and Blizzard always surprises us, you know, so I think it would be pretty interesting, if you ask me, to see that. But if they only had one new class, I'll be fine with that too. I just think players love to have like a lot of new content. Probably not too much, but you know what I mean, at least enough to have fun with it, you know. So besides Tinkerers, you know, I was thinking they might have like maybe Necromancer, or just something related to like the expansion, if anything, and what's going on. Now I do have a theory that maybe we might go to the Dragon Isles, which is where Wrathion is probably at. We might even go to this place called the Undermine, and that's where it brings up the idea of the Tinkerer as a class, or a hero class, because basically Tinkerers are like, they kind of fit in with like goblins, and I think the Tinkerers, like if they became like a class or a hero class or whatever, they would probably be like a gnome goblin only thing. I mean, because that's what they did with demon hunters, you know, they made it like only for the whatchamacallit, the night elves and the blood elves. However, I wouldn't be opposed to them actually adding the possibility of making it so a Void Elf and a Nightborn could be a Demon Hunter, because they are a form of elf, so I would say maybe they might fit into that criteria, possibly, especially since Nightborn are like Night Elves somewhat, and I know that Void Elves are basically like a variation of the Blood Elves, so it'd be really cool if we could have like but yeah, I mean, it's also very possible that, you know, with the new expansion set, you know, they might give Tinkerers to dwarves, or Dark Iron dwarves too, or maybe even you know, another race or two for the Horde. Like the Volpera probably would be a good fit. Besides the goblins, the Volpera would probably be a good fit for the Tinkerer class, I think. So yeah, it's just a thought, basically. I'm not saying they'll do it, but could be cool. Anyway, now that I got that long discussion off my chest, I wanted to show you guys around this place. It's called the Skuldus Holes. So, you know, every place like has like a different theme to it. That's another interesting thing about Torghast. So you'll probably notice that this is one of the things to it. Oh, did I mention another theory I have that would be cool is if they added like a new covenant in patch 9.1, or maybe like a couple of new covenants, or maybe they could do a continuation of like the covenant campaigns for the new patch. And I did hear somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a theory that in patch 9.1 will be that will be the patch that we get access to flying, which will be really nice because that's something that everybody loves. And I heard Pathfinder might be a little bit easier because instead of worrying about getting all that reputation, it's gonna have something to do with like how much renown you have, I think. So every week for now, at least, you know, including this one, I think there's about like 7 weeks left though, but we'll probably get like 2 renown per week instead of 3, because that's like how it works since the campaign is finished. But I'll probably look into it later. Maybe like if I do like a leveling video, I could tell you guys when BlizzCon online will be, so that way we can figure out like when you know, they're gonna announce the information on the new patch, because I'm really excited to see how that goes. Alright, so, oh, looks like there's a rare here already. But these guys, these Tremor Beasts, they drop something really awesome, actually. They have like a anima power that's like really strong, and I totally recommend it because it's really useful. Like you'll see what I mean in a second after we get them down, but yeah, there was this PvP mount that I think's from the Mon. It's really cool. It's like a dragon. hopefully there'll be a way to get that as like a flying mount once, you know, everyone's done with Pathfinder. It would be like really cool to have, I think. For now, you know, I'm going to show you guys this. So this guy, he has this really awesome thing. It's called primary stat increase by 15% and regenerate 2025 health every 5 seconds. So I think that's a really great anima power, because especially for a tank, because you know, if you're trying to keep yourself up when fighting a tough mob, it makes things a little bit straightforward, you know. So yeah, I've come to learn like a lot about Torghast. I know like the different areas, but I never really paid attention too much to the names of the places, but I remember the names when I see them. So, you know, Skoldus Holes, that's the one we're in now. The one we were in before was Mortigar. Now, you know, another thing to keep in mind is to save a lot of time. I would recommend, like, once you reach layer 8, if you haven't got there already, is, you know, once you get there, for every oh, we gotta be careful here, these traps can hit hard. Alright, so, oh, ow, ow, oh my god, yeah, these traps are a pain in the ass sometimes. That's alright, I'll be okay. Yeah, so once you unlock layer 8, to save a lot of time, I totally recommend going into Torghast with like a group and doing layer 8, both of the layer 8s, so that way you get the most soul ash. So that way, because basically when you do layer 8, it gives you the soul ash from the previous layers too, which is really awesome if you ask me. So that's why I do layer 8 every week, because it not only saves me time, but I get it out of the way, and then it resets the next week, and then I can get more soul ash again. So as you can see, you can get up to about 8,000. I'm probably gonna get 570 more after this run, so I'll be up to about like 1,000 and something or so. Oh, wow, so this person's like, I just want to do a quick run, but I don't know, I mean, it depends. I'm just gonna say, are you sure? Because we don't know the boss we will be fighting yet, and we only have 12 lives left. There we go. I just told them that because, you know, yeah, now we have 11. Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm pretty good when it comes to tanking, but sometimes, you know, I don't like it when people are in such a hurry. Like, I mean, I get the idea of being in a hurry, but when you're in such a hurry that it messes up the run for everyone, it's just like kind of sad, you know. But you know, that's just something to think about, you know. Like the last run, the players that I was playing with, no one really said anything about worrying about how quick the run would be. I'm just gonna say, once we get to the 3rd floor, we can see the boss. It is for the 6th floor. Yeah. Okay. So we got this. It's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, these tower sentinels, it's always good to kill them if you see them first, because it might get rid of this debuff. So maybe there might be 2 right now, because the debuff didn't go away yet, so... Yeah, I'm just praying that whoever this guy is doesn't get too patient or too ahead of himself, because... Oh, by the way, if you notice, like, this is what my character looks like without, the armor set, which is pretty awesome if you ask me, because, basically, it means that we get, like, a, well, unfortunately, we can't get the transmogrification appearance for these armor sets yet, like, but, however, I did hear that in patch 9.1 or in a future patch, they're gonna, have a way so people can unlock these armor appearances, like these legendary armor appearances, which I think is really awesome, because that would mean you'd feel even more powerful just being able to wear like a legendary armor set, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. And they have different color variants, which is really awesome. But to unlock those transmogrifications, I heard there's going to be a different way to do it, apparently. So, because everybody's going to want to have those as a transmogrification. Like, I might even like use the legendary transmog as my new Death Knight set in the near future, possibly, or not, but we'll see. It just depends on how much I like it, you know, because maybe besides having different variations of colors, they might have different versions of like the sets, which would be actually pretty awesome. Okay, so now I gotta beat up these guys. Oh shit, he's all the way over there. I can just death grip him. Okay, there we go. I just death gripped the guy. Oh, by the way, last night, I managed to get a really cool mount. It's called Heavenly Azure Cloud Serpent for getting over 300 mounts, which is pretty awesome because it took me a while to get, but honestly, out of these 3 colors, I really like the blue one the most because blue is like one of my favorite colors. I also really like the black one, but the black one might be a little tricky to get because you have to, like, I could probably do this on a bunch of different characters, but basically what you have to do is you have to kill the Shaw of Anger and hope that it drops, because the thing is, it has a very low drop chance. So that's the only downside. But if you have like a lot of characters, it's probably safe to say that your chances are increased by like a lot more on possibly getting it. So I totally wouldn't you know, stop like from any possible opportunities, because you could probably get something really nice out of it. Yeah. So there's a rare down here. So it looks like we're gonna be at the halfway point soon after we can get some of these guys out of the way. Okay. Sorry. My back. Sorry. Just had to stretch a little. Yeah, I've been trying to work on like having a better posture when I'm playing these kind of games. It's always good to have a good posture because slouching a lot can usually hurt your back a lot in the future when you get a lot older. I mean, I'm only 23 right now, so I guess I'm okay for a good while, but I gotta try to learn not to slouch so much. Otherwise, you know, I don't want to like get more back pain. Like, I don't really have back pain, but I don't want to get back pain when I get older, you know. So ugh, man. Oh crap, why does someone have to pull that one? I didn't even pull that. And somebody had to pull that when we had elites on us. And when I say elites, I'm talking about the golden dragons. That means they're an elite mob. However, maybe we still might be able to get them down, so I'll give them that. Okay, let me just pop all my cooldowns. By the way, if you're a Blood Death Knight, I heard Kyrians are definitely excellent for like raiding, you know. What? I'm streaming right now, so you could say hi if you want.
Who are you streaming with?
No, I don't know if I'm streaming with anyone.
It's warm in here, boy.
Oh, I'm streaming right
You're the warmest room in the house.
now, though.
What?
I'm kind of streaming right now,
so
though.
I'll just leave the food in here, okay?
Oh, okay.
Is that okay? I just all I got you was a cheeseburger. I didn't get you any fries, just cheeseburger.
Oh, thanks.
Alright?
That's fine, yeah.
Is that good? Do you want anything else with it?
What do you mean?
No, that's all I got. I didn't get any fries or anything. Just a cheeseburger, okay?
Alright.
Alright?
Love you.
Love you too. Alright.
Yeah, but you can say hi to the stream if you want.
Okay, hi.
Well, the camera's on us, so they might see you, so.
Oh. Hi.
That's my mom.
It's very warm in here.
I know.
Get the warmest room in the house. Urgh.
Don't die.
Yes, you do. Should open up the window a little bit. I'm gonna leave the door open. It's a little bit. Are you on Snitch?
No, don't call it that.
What is it called?
Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
God. Mom?
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but is it alright if you turn the lights off that you turned on?
Why?
Cause it's just too bright right now. Like
I'm leaving the door open though, cause it's too.
I know that's fine though. Yeah, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, usually once you get past the 3rd floor, it feels pretty fast from there, so it's not too bad. But it also just depends on the floor, but overall, not too bad, you know. just really hope these people know what they're doing, because they keep dying to stuff, so... Yeah, let me just get this guy, he's down, good. And now we're on our way to the 3rd floor. Yep, another thing I like about the 3rd floor is the fact that some of these floors, or I think usually all, have like these soul remnant cages that you open up and they give you like a lot of like helpful buffs. Oh, if you see these things, they're yeah, don't worry about that. They're not gonna get you or anything. They're just like this guy, that's Targru or whatever. If you lose all those lives, he'll come chasing after you and kill you instantly. I could see this guy being as a raid boss because he definitely looks like he could be one, but he's massive and scary looking. It's like, the scary thing though, it's like he's like stalking you. Like once you lose all your lives, you're trying desperately to get to the next floor before he can catch you, but then he gets you and he like, you know, he kills you, and then you have to like do the whole Torghast run all over again. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of, yeah, it's alright, I guess. You know, it's not like the end of the world or anything. Okay. Alright, so now, I don't know why it says floor 4, by the way, when we're only on the 3rd floor, but now we're gonna be on the 4th floor. There we go. Oh my god, don't tell me another person. If these people keep getting too impatient, then... Okay, so... So, here's another rare. We got just 2 floors left after this, and it'll be a cakewalk. Yeah, I don't really know what else I want to talk about right now, because, you know, we're kind of just like finishing up the run, so if I come up with anything new, I'll see. Um, Alright. I don't know why they left me here, but that's alright. Just try to get them down myself. Alright, there we go. So we're almost done with this floor. And once we're done with that, we'll be moving forward. Let me see what this switch does. Okay. Oh, that turns on a trap. I shouldn't have turned that on. That's alright. Well, at least we made it. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, there was one other point I wanted to make. The thing with the twisting corridors, it could take hours, like, so it could take a while. So if you have a lot of time on your hands, I totally recommend twisting corridors. Once you're like level 60 and geared enough and find a good group, you know, you just go in there, wreak havoc, and get all the rewards from there, and you'll never have to worry about it ever again. I mean, maybe like in the future though, they'll have like a feature where you could do something like kind of like an infinite Torghast thing for real, if you know what I mean. But for now we got this, so that's okay. Okay, so we made it to the last floor. Yeah, let's see. Venat. I guess Venat must be related to Venari. Oberon wins. I'll just... Oh shoot, I totally forgot to use that. That's alright. Okay. Oh crap. I can't believe that almost one-shotted me. Oh my god. Oh wait, I could call out one of those guys. Yeah, that's good. There we go. The fuck? Yeah, I hope they revive. Whatever, we'll get them down. Oh shoot, it has an enrage. Huh. That's alright. Well, at least I got the soul ash. Yeah, sometimes when you do these runs you get legendary powers, believe it or not. So yeah, I made it to about 1,360. So I'll probably get another like 1,250 next week and so on. So it might take a couple of weeks, but I'll definitely be able to upgrade this belt or waist gear and make it a legendary finally. I did want to show you guys one more thing. There are quite a ton of bosses in Torghast, so if you go here, see Gatekeepers of Torghast. Now, out of all the ones here, there's only one that I haven't defeated yet, which is Goksul the Devourer. So I defeated all the other bosses in Torghast, but right now, that's the only one I need is Goksul. So it's not too bad. Just need one more and I should be good. So now I'm going to leave Torghast. I'm gonna head back to my Covenant Sanctum. And then I think I'm gonna call it for this Twitch stream, because I think you know, we're good for now, since this Twitch stream has served its purpose and I did a Torghast run as promised. Now I might do leveling on different characters, so if you notice like a stream that says leveling mage or leveling like I don't know, say my monk or my warrior or priest or hunter. Oh, I don't have any more anima, so I'm good there. Okay. So yeah. By the way, this is actually one of my favorite covenants, just because it's, I mean, look how beautiful it is. I mean, it's like there's clear skies. It's really nice. I also love Nightfane. I love Ardenweld. Like Ardenweld and Bastion, they're like my favorite zones in this expansion. I think Maldraxxus would be my least favorite zone. Because I just don't really dig the aesthetic too much. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. And with Castle, well, not Castle Nathri, I mean, that's the raid of Revendreth, but I really like Revendreth a lot, because it has like that Castlevania type of feeling to it. I mean, the only thing that's a little bit tricky with Revendreth, as much as I love the zone, is like navigating. Because sometimes like you have to go onto these elevators to get onto like the upper levels and stuff like that, so it could be a little tricky. That's why this zone besides Ardenweld are like my two favorite, because they're just really easier to get around, I think, too. So yeah, I just gotta sell one more thing and then I'm gonna be logging out. Yeah. Okay. Cool, so you see like I have like a whole character list. So yeah. And like I told you guys earlier, I have 27 characters on this realm, Drendon, and then I have 12 on Arathor. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention I have 5 on Wormrest Accord. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So the character that I'm probably going to be leveling up in the next stream is most likely this character here. He's my mage, Volpera. He's a fire mage, by the way. Fire mages are like really good this expansion, so totally recommend leveling up one if you want. And yeah, I think I have, like I was saying, I think I have about like whatchamacallit, I have like about 5 level 60s right now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And these are all different classes, by the way, so all the other characters I'm going to level up are probably new classes as well, because there's only 12 classes in the game currently. So, you know, I'm probably going to level up. This guy is going to be the first guy I'm going to level up in my next stream. I might do it in parts if I can't like level them all up like in a day, because that would just be too much, you know. So, but I'll see. It just depends on also like where their level is at. So then the next character I'm probably gonna level up is my monk, this guy. Pretty cool looking transmog if you ask me. And then after my monk, I'll probably do my hunter, and then I'll do my priest, and then I'll do my warrior. And yes, this is a pretty awesome transmog too. I like the color scheme and the weapon, Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Like, did somebody say it? Like, did somebody say Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker? No, I'm only messing around, but... And then this really awesome shield that goes good with the weapons, so it's pretty cool. And I like it, like, when I waved my character around, you could see, like, he has, like, this cool, like, that electric thing from the sword or whatever. So it's pretty cool stuff. And then I'm probably gonna level up my rogue and my warlock last out of that batch of 12 characters to have all my classes maxed out. But then I'm probably gonna, you know, after that I'm gonna level up another 5 characters, and then another 5, and then I'll level up 2 more, and that'll make 24, and then I'll just have 3 more characters to level up on this server to make a whopping 27 characters, and then I'll just do a rinse and repeat on this server, and then kind of the same idea on Warcraft Accords, so it's pretty straightforward, so it doesn't seem too intimidating, because while I do have a lot of characters, thankfully they're all like, you know, they're level 50s, so if I show you, I have, you know, more level 50s here. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I have a new character. This is my gnome. I unlocked his heritage set, so I thought that was pretty awesome. Like, you know, the headpiece, the shoulders, the belt, the gloves, everything just like looks really cool, and the cloak. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I just wanted to show you this because this was like one of my latest characters or additions to my list of characters. And then you know, on here I got Warcraft Accord. Once I like get like at least like 50 of my characters to max level and I get like their transmogs and stuff, I'll probably like try to make like a cool like desktop background or something with like all 50 of my characters maxed out at 60 or maybe even 70 if that's the new level cap in the expansion after this, which is most likely gonna be the case. So you see, like, I have like these awesome swords. Yeah, so it's pretty cool if you ask me, in this cool like back piece. Yeah, so cool stuff. But I just want to go back to my other realm. Role-playing means like you could pretend to be other characters, by the way, if it's a role-playing server. But these 2 servers that I'm going back on, well, Drendon and Arathor are connected realms, so that means that you could invite players from that other realm of Arathor onto a Drendon guild if you want, or something like that. And then there's Wormrest, which isn't connected, but that would be cool if they did it in the future. So with that being said, yeah, so I guess that should finish off this stream for now. But until then, I'll probably do more in the future. And yeah. Alright, so I'm going to end my stream here. For anybody that's watched, thank you. For anyone that hasn't, feel free to watch this video. See you later.